Loopdiver is an hour-long performance work created from highly complex, computer-composed patterns of repetitive movement, music, video, and light. The viewer experiences a journey that is dreamlike and maddening as 6 performers attempt to escape from these technologically mandated prisons of repetition. On the surface, Loopdiver points to our own repetitive and sometimes neurotic behavior, but at its core, it examines our continuous adaptation to technology that sets the rhythm of our lives. We began by creating a custom tool in Isadora that allowed us to impose complex looping structures upon pre-recorded video and audio. Beginning with the ubiquitous and unchanging fixed loop, we devised new loop structures that evolve over time. Examples include the shifting loop, where the duration is constant, but the start point shifts later in time after each repetition. And here, a growing loop, where the start point is constant, but the duration increases. After coming to understand these atomic looping units, we created a 5-minute base material comprised of simple pedestrian gestures and an accompanying music. This base was recorded from 6 angles so that a clear view was available regardless of the dancer's position on stage. Then we imposed carefully composed loop structures on a videotape of this base, generating a 40-minute result due to the repetition. This video became a choreographic score of nearly 4,000 individual instructions. Our dancers were given the task of memorizing the score and realizing it in their bodies. Here you can see the base material after it has been looped. Visual and oral cues were added to assist the dancers in learning the material. And now, the base material is placed side by side with the performed result. The digital materials in Loopdiver, the music, video projections, and theatrical lighting, maintain the absolute precision and perfection of the computer loops, while the choreography performed by the dancers is, even when performed precisely, imperfect due to human interpretation. When placed together on stage, we see the dancers in a constant human struggle to adapt to a relentless, externally imposed machine rhythm. This struggle is the underlying message of Loopdiver. In our time, we are, very often without full awareness, continuously adapting to technology intended to serve us. Loopdiver makes this shadow process overt and calls it into question by forcing the creators, performers, and audience on a journey through a computer-mediated process. On an artistic level, we used a computer tool to fracture the traditional choreographic and compositional process, as well as the theatrical relationships seen in the base material. The performers were asked to embrace a machine state that attacked the natural pleasure of moving one's body through a technological intervention. And finally, the audience is asked to interpret and reinterpret the meaning of the repeated material, to experience the perfection of the digital materials in stark contrast to the imperfection of the human realization, and to find their own story within.